All right, everybody, day 24 of my semi-auto collection, and today we have another Walther, but this Walther is not nearly as classic nor as common as the one I showed you yesterday. This is the Q4SF, and the SF in that name means steel frame. This gun has a solid steel frame and a solid steel slide. This is a big chunk of metal. And I went and made it even more of a big chunk of metal by adding some brass grips here from Lock Grips that have the Cobra Commander logo on it. With these grips installed, this gun weighs in at over 3 pounds. This is a 9mm striker fired gun with no manual safety, meaning once you have loaded this gun, it is ready to go. You just pull it and pull the trigger, and then after that round goes off, it resets and you do it all again. And as far as those 9mm rounds are concerned, it holds 15 in the magazine and 1 in the chamber for a total of 16 rounds of 9mm. If you're not familiar with the Q4SF, just think of a Walther PPQ and imagine it in all metal instead of a polymer frame, and you've pretty much figured out what the Q4 is. This is an awesome little gun. I wouldn't carry it because it is incredibly heavy, but if you're wanting something to just shoot or use for home defense or whatever, it's really a well put together gun. Now, the only thing I don't really like about this gun is since it is based on a smaller gun, the PPQ, it had to get creative with how they did the cut for the red dot. So the rear sight, which this has a nice target sight on it, is actually integrated into the plate. It's not separate. It doesn't stay on when you take the plate off. So there is no co-witness capability with the rear sight and the front sight while there's a red dot on. Now, you could get around that by getting a red dot that, has the little slot there that you can use it as a rear sight when the battery's dead or it's off, and then just get a higher front sight to go with it. But like I said, it is set up a little different here, and I'm not really sure I love that, but it's not something you can't overcome. I don't plan on putting a red dot on this, so I ain't worried about it. Now, one thing I will say about this gun is it's probably one of the best shooting guns I own. When you take this gun to the range, with it being so heavy and it being chambered in just 9mm, it is like shooting a very loud BB gun. It's very comfortable to shoot. It's no more abusive than shooting a .22 pistol. So if you're someone that has an issue with recoil, this gun right here might be something you enjoy shooting if you can actually hold it up. In the end, the reality is, since it is only 9mm, you might be better off throwing it at a group of people if they started to charge you, because it would work well as a bludgeoning weapon, but it's still a really nice gun. So I wanted to show it today. It's number 24 in my semi-auto collection, my Walther Q4SF.